Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Vakratunda Mahakaya Koti Surya Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarvakareshu Sarvada Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada. Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Hari
Hari Om.
Namo Namah
Okay.
Sarvebhya.
Namo Namah.
I'll just switch on the camera 1 minute, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Swapna ma'am was logged on. Shall I just message her?
Who?
I'm here, Uma Bagini. I'm here.
Sorry. Okay. I couldn't see you. That's right. Okay.
Okay. Today is about the lesson number 11 with certain specific things he asked. Okay. From exam angle, I think lesson number 11 about pratyaya, think pratyaya, how the dhatus are formed, etc. That is slightly higher level. Might be very easy questions might come, I don't know. Anyway, it is wonderful to learn it right now. That much I know. So, I thought I will open that first.
Is that Parichaya you're saying?
Parichaya only.
Yeah, it is Parichaya, 11th chapter, Swapna Bhagini. It is there in the 11th chapter.
Ekadesha Pata? Okay. Where is it?
It is there, madam. Only lesson is there.
Oh.
Don't bother. Actually, that 11th lesson, if I am right, I have not seen many questions from that lesson. That is not the point. But there is a lesson and it is better, no, we go through it. And we have completed up to lesson 5. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yeah. I have completed up to 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 we should go through. But since he requested specifically and he is attending exam, I thought we can take it. And this is very useful. So actually this is the base. Problem is like this. If you learn this, it is so tough, you will not learn Sanskrit. But if you learn Sanskrit, you have to mug up certain things and later on you come to know, oh, because of this I am doing all these things. That's okay. In mother tongue also, how we learned, whatever parents told, we learned. Whether we know any grammar, nothing. And then later on in the school, when we started learning, we were surprised. Oh, this is why we are telling like this. Like this vibhakti, this pratyaya, everything is there in my own language, Tamil also, in your Hindi, everywhere it is there. But being mother tongue, we never really bother. It came so. That's the same thing. Panini Maharaj, there was an existing language. He only made that is a grammar for that. That's all. It is not that grammar came first and the language came second. But at least now we should know how these things happened. That's right. So in this lesson 11, if you take it, and I don't think much questions will come from that, but the Rupam you have to anyway learn. That is compulsory. So Kriya Padani, Ganaha, what is those things? Sir was asking that, so I wanted to tell you that one. So we all know what is a Kriya Padam. Patati is a Kriya Padam. Patati, you know, Latlakara Kriya Padam, you have already seen it. Patati is the Lang Lakara Kriyam. Patatu is the Lord Lakaram. Patet is the Vidya. So many things are there. But Panini Maharaj, you all know. By now, we must know he is the most brilliant human being who has ever born in this world. The way he has done the Vyakarnam, as you go further, if you appreciate it, you will come to know how a human being can have such a structured thinking and can write like this. Even I am not that good in it, but even I am appreciating that, like that. My teachers always tell how he has written like this. So anyway, we will just glimpse it. If you don't know, don't bother. Wherever you can understand, try to understand. That's very important. So, Padam we are calling it. Padam means one word in English if you try to say one word. So in Sanskrit, everything is defined by Panini Maharaj. He is having Sutra Pada, he has Pratyaya, everything. He has defined what is what, then only he went further. So he has defined Padam also. What is a Padam? Suptinantam Padam. Anything which ends with the sup pratyaya or a thing pratyaya, it is known as Padam. This pratyaya is nothing but your suffix in English. So if there is a root and if you add a sup, there is, it starts with the su, ends with the ip. That is, like A, B, C, we tell, no, Adayar, Anand, Bhavanto, A to B like that. So he has shortened everything. So that pratyaya, if it is added, you get a nama padam, names. Ramaha, Ramo, Ramaha, it all from that super out shut like that. So these things you don't have to remember Rama Sabdam, how it came. Now by now you know Ramaha, Ramo, Ramaha. That is arrived at by using certain techniques. That is higher level we are now learning. Like that you will also learn later. Tinantam means all you know your verb. So when you say pattu dhatu, you can never use pattu directly in any language, in any usage. It has to be made into a padam. How it is made into a padam is what we are now, today we are trying to see. It's a very vast topic. The entire Siddhanta Kaumudi or Ashtadhyayi is explaining this only. Just for the purpose of exam, I brought some paper which you can go through. So when you take the pat dhatu, dhatu means the stem, the root. It can never be used. And this pat dhatu, if you look at it, Ashtadhyayi, many of you might be having Ashtadhyayi in your cell phone itself. If you click it and see that dhatu rupa, dhatu pata will be there, click it, first bhu dhatu will come. Bhuvadigana, because we call it as Bhuvadiganam. So from that bhu dhatu, first original number one is bhu dhatu. If you look at it, there are so many that is lakarams will come. First they will start with lang lakaram, then like that. But each lakara rupam will be different. You already know. Lat lakara pattu dhatu is patati. Lang lakara pattu dhatu is apatat. Same lot lakara pattu dhatu is like that. So what is this lakaram? In what way this dhatu is related to it? This root, how it gets changed? What are the pratyaya we are adding? After adding every pratyaya, we do something called anga karyam. And then after doing like that, it is a very big procedure. You don't have to think about at all. Just remember what from the example in the class, the lesson number 11 starts with the Kriya Padani and Ganaha. So almost around 2000 Kriya Padam we have got it. Originally, as told by the Panini Maharishi in the Dhatu Pataha is only around 1009. Some people say something more. Totally around 2000 only has told. Are we using only 2000 Kriya Padam today? No, we are using much more than that. For example, Ramaha Patati, we are telling. Ramaha Pibati, we are telling. Whereas I want to tell Ramaha wants to drink water. He desires to drink water. Then Ramaha Pipati Shati, I am telling. Then Rama wants to make you drink. Then Ramaha, that is, Patati means Patayati. He makes somebody else do it. Like that, the same Pattadadu joins with some Pratyaya gives different meaning. And then, as we all know, this lakaram is the dhatu is one root. It is covered by something called lakaram. And in this each 10 lakarams are there. And this dhatu has to be combined with various pratyayas to arrive at the form in which we are supposed to use it. So this is what we are going to do. Till there's something I am trying to tell you. If you can understand, it is better. Now you will say, Madam, 2000 dhatus are there. For everything you are going to tell, add this pratyaya, add this and do the angakaryam. That's very difficult for me to remember. Yes, everybody, it is very difficult. So what he has made, one more thing, ganam. Ganam is one group. So bhuadi ganam means that is one group. Then adadi ganam means that is another group. Juhotyadi ganam, another group. So he has made a ganam. So what is the purpose of this ganam? In this particular, take the Bhuvadi ganam group. If you take that particular group, all the dhatus, like let us say around 600 dhatus are there. All the dhatus under that ganam, they will behave same way. So if you know how to do arrive at bhu dhatu, it becomes bhavati. If you know how to make bhu dhatu, it becomes abhavat. Same thing for all those 600 fellows, 99% except one or two, that we cannot do anything. So, because existing language, he is trying to make a grammar, so slightly there will be difference. 99% is the same. So, there are 10 ganas. These all the dhatus are put into some 10 ganas. And then we are supposed to learn the root, how it becomes a usable, that is padam. I told you, sup, tinantam alone is padam. If it is not a padam, you cannot use it in the language. So that is why we have to do all those things. So first there is a bigger, there is a root, smallest atom. It is fit into some 10 groups, and each group has to follow a certain rules based on what we are now going to learn. And apart from that, this lakaram. What for the lakarams have come into? Just we will think it, we will go through it quickly later. Let us think. What is the purpose of a lakaram? Can somebody tell me? Why lat lakaram? Why lang lakaram? Can somebody tell me?
Yeah, to express the various situations on a
Kalavachaka.
day-to-day basis.
Kalam.
Kalavachaka.
See, something has happened yesterday. I cannot tell as if it has happened today. No. It naturally comes to us in our mother tongue. When you learn something new, so there has to be kalavachaka. So how many kalas we know? Uma? In our real life? 3.
Past, present, and future.
Correct. But why 10 lakaras are there? There cannot be 10 kalam, no? That is the funny part.
It
So
could be the
here,
10.
you know, what, Uma?
Is it because of the tense also, continuous?
No. They are all under Krisantam, the continuous tense, Shatra, Shana, they are nothing to do with this. I will come to that later. So, lakaras are 10. Now you clearly told the Kala Vachakams are can be only 3. Lat lakaram means present tense. Lang lakaram, past tense. Rit lakaram, future tense. So balance 7, what the hell they are, I don't know. Okay. But language is such a, what do you call, rich, bhava lakarams are also there. See, for example, you take the vidiling, you take the ashirling, you take the lot lakaram, you take the lot lakaram. Okay. So there are certain things which doesn't denote time. It denotes what is the bhavam of the person who is to tell it. In the case of Vidiling, whether past, present or future, bhavet means you better do it. I could have said it in the past. I will be telling you today because your exam is coming, or I may tell you in the March exam is better you study. That also I can say. So this Ashirvadam, Swasti Bhavatu, something we are telling now. Swasti, Swada, Namaha, all those things. When we are trying to tell Ashirvadam, today I can do, or I can say let the child live forever nicely, future tense also. So there are Bhava Vachaka, Kalas, Lakarams also available. Then we said, Madam, Laklakaram present tense is only one. When you take Lang Lakaram, what you said as a past tense, there are 3 types of past tenses are there because it's a very rich language. 3 types. So there are so many things we are going to learn. All together, finally, we came to, apart from this is not sufficient. I want to use something more, something easy. Then what Bhagavan told our Panini Bhagavan, okay, Krisanta Pratyayam I am giving. You make some, that is Subandha. I told you, Krisantam is just like a Namapadam. Paditavan is nothing but a Namapadam. But Paditavan tells you, I have studied in the past tense. It gives the bhavam of a verb. I should have told apatat. That is correct. Lakaram means apatat. But I am not very happy with that. I want to do something else. Okay, take the Krisanta Pratyam. That also he has created. Then I want to drink water. I can say I am patum ichami. I can say that. But pipati shami, one word here, sananta pratyaya. So there are 12 extra things has been given by which you can create thousands and thousands and thousands of extra. Original only 2000. You can create with a lot of pratyaya. That is how the Sanskrit language grew like this. Okay, number 1. Number 2, what Panini told, it is known that original what Panini declared, and then later on in that he has given certain facilities to increase the number of dhatus the way you want. So the originally what is told by him is always known as Aupadeshika dhatu. Okay, Aupadesham. That is Upadesham. What is told in all Sanskrit, what is told we call it as Upadesham because Guru says we call it as Upadesham. Upadeshasya bhavam is aupadesham. Okay, for any particular word, there is a bhavam is there. Maduram, this fruit is maduram you want to say. But I want to say what is the bhavam of the taste? Madhuryam we call it. Maduram, tasya bhavam madhuryam. He is a very, what do you call, stira, he will stand in his own, stira, like that. So stairyam, that is one way of making bhavam of that particular feeling. It is possible. That is called tadida pratyaya. He has given some thousands and thousands of tadida pratyaya by which you can make a bhavam. So like that, this language is made to grow like anything, even today. For example, I told you know the tadidam. I just want to give one more introduction to that. For example, the Dasaratha putra nama Ramaha. You know that, correct? So we say Ramaha Dasaratha putra. I want to indicate this Rama belongs to Dasaratha, and by that name I want to tell you means there is one Tadida Pratyam is Dasaratha Apatyam Puman. Apatyam means born to him. So Dasaratha Apatyam Puman. Puman means boy. Pumsa means boy. Pullingam came from that Puman only. So Dasarasya Apatyam Puman Dasarati. So whenever anybody mentions Dasarati, it has nothing to do with Dasaratha. It only says he is born to Dasaratha. This boy belongs to Dasaratha. Like that, we are in our Gotra Mandal, we tell no, all our Gotra Apatya Mandal born along with us. You are also Dasarati, I am also Dasarati, if you are all born to Dasaratha. But by Rudy, we call it. By nature, only Rama is I mean, people know Dasarathi means Rama only. That is because people understood that way. That is how it is. So that is a very big language. Now we will go back to our PowerPoint presentation from the exam angle. So we are taking Pat Dhatu. It is a raw form. It cannot be used. So we have to add one pratyaya called a Vikrana pratyaya. Okay. If you ask what is this Vikrana Pratyaya, if you have a grammar book, like I don't know whether are you able to see my notebook? You cannot see how to show it.
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Can't see. Only the yeah. Now we can see.
Okay. See, sorry, I don't know how to show it.
Ah.
Doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
I
I'll
can
take
see.
a photo and send you. That is not a problem. I'll put it in the WhatsApp because I find WhatsApp much easier than the classroom. Anyway, so if you take this, I told you first there are 10 ganas are there. Each ganam contains some 600, 10, 20, 700 like that. So many dhatus will be fit into. Once you fit them into this, they will behave the same way. So 10 times only you have to learn how to do the Angakaryam. Once you learn that, all the 2000 you can do it. But 10 times they will be different because they are fit into 10 ganas. How they are different, that is decided by the Vikrana Pratyaya. You understand? So if I say Bhuadi Ganam, Bhu is the first Dhatu. All these Ganam names are derived from the first name of the Dhatu which is sitting there. So if I say Bhuadi Ganaka, Bhu Dhatu, it has one Vikrana Pratyaya called Shap. Okay, you don't have to worry. I can't remember. Nobody will ask you these questions now. It will come later after COVID everything. So Shap Pratyayam. After adding it for Pat Dhatu, we have to add Shap. Shap like Ish will go off, Ip will go off, only Akaram will stand. This why we put Ik Tavatu Pratyayam, I told no. Ik, Ta, Va, It, U, Tavatu we call it. But what we take is tavat only. Ik will go off, U will go off, everything. These things by which Panini puts them into this is known as markers. Okay. These markers serve a very important function. So if you take Tavatu Pratyayam, it will not allow it. Paditavan, Paditavati, like that it has a certain connotations. It will not allow certain like idam, gunam cannot be allowed, vriddhi cannot be allowed. Like that, certain rules are there if it comes with that marker. So each marker serves a particular purpose. But now we cannot understand that. But just remember. So for Pat Dhatu, the Vikarana Pratyaya is A, Akaram. Because Shapli, Ish will go, Ip will go, only A will be the Sesam, balance. So Patu plus A, Pata. Once Pata becomes, joins with that A, Pata, this particular Pata is known as Angam. Then we do what is called a Angakaryam. This is a Ra Dhatu. First Pratyayam, once it is added, it becomes a Angam. Once the Angakaryam, Angam starts, we have to do something called Angakaryam. Then something called Ting Pratyayam we are adding. The Ting is known as Akyada Pratyaya. Another name for Ting Pratyayam is Akyada Pratyaya. This much you remember now. Okay? So the ting pratyayam for this group 1 is patati. Okay, pat plus a plus t, patati, over. So this is how we have to learn this. But at this point, I don't think you have to worry about this. But this is what is given in the book also. I have taken the relevant this one just to go through it. These are all not to worry about it. Just read it so that you can understand. We will start with the Swapnaji. Madam, read it. Dhatu.
पुनरावर्तनं धातुः शब्दयोनिः प्रायः सर्वे
Yoni means
संस्कृतशब्दाः
the original starting point. The sabda came from dhatu only. Dhatu is the base for all. Even namapadam, Rama namapadam came from ram dhatu. So yoni means the base. From where everything, the entire Sanskrit language came out of dhatu.
प्रायः सर्वे संस्कृतशब्दाः धातुभ्यः निष्पन्नाः
Nishpannaga, it started, everything, entire survey Samskrita Shabdaga started from Dhatu only.
धातुभ्यः तिङन्तानि कृदन्तानि च भवन्ति
Tinantani, I told you, Ti stands for that Akyada Pratyaya. Patati, Patasi, Patami. These are all known as Tinanta Pratyaya. So, this is what you get the Lakara Rupam. Patati means Latlakara Rupam, Apatat Langlakara. That all stands from Tinanta. Kridanta Rupani is this Tavatu, Shatra, Chanaja, Ikta Pratyayam, Tavyata, Aniyar. They also give the meaning like a dhatu. So these both you can use and create a dhatu form. Okay.
कृदन्तानि नामपदानि क्रियासिद्धरूपेण द्रव्यवत् भासते
Bhasate, you know, Shobhate, shining artham. That is, Kridantani are not really original dhatu, but they will give the bhavam of a dhatu. That's all. Next.
तिङन्तेषु साध्यरूपेण क्रियाप्राधान्यम्
Yeah. So original, if you say dhatu, it is only tinantam. Okay. Next.
धातु द्विविधः औपदेशिकः आतिदेशिकः
Aupadeshika as told by Panini. It will be in a very, we go through Ashtadhyayi, you will be so surprised. Gam dhatu, we usually say Gachati, Gam dhatu, so easy. It is not Gam. What Panini has written is Gam Ru. Ga, Im, Upar, okay, Chandra Bimbam will be there, Lr will be there, Gam Lr. Gatau, meaning is Gatau. Like that he will give. So the Aupadeshika dhatu will be in a different way when we look at it. From there, certain formulas are there by which we remove all the extra things, and all the extra has a particular meaning. We have to remove it and arrive at the dhatu. Atideshika dhatu are dhatus which are created by you, like kridantams, sanantas, nich, I told you, presha, patayati, preshayati. He made me do it, like that. These are all we created. So that is known as Atideshika dhatu.
धातु पाठे 2000 in Sanskrit, how do you say?
Yeah, 2000 Sahasram, no? Dvisahasram.
द्विसहस्रम् औपदेशिक धातूनाम् आवलिः
Avali means table. That's all. Avali is nothing but your table. There are around 2000 dhatus are there.
धातोः औपदेशिकं रूपं प्लस अर्थः.
So if you go into real dhatu patam, it will have the original Aupadeshika Rupam and what is the meaning of that? That also Panini Maharaj gives. For example, we all know Kru dhatu, Karoti. We all know, it's a Kru dhatu. Look at the name, Bhu, Bhavati, Bhu dhatu, meaning is Sattayam. Sattayam means existing, Asti. Kru dhatu, tasya Aupadeshika Rupam, Dukrinj Karane. Do ikru inj karane. Do first do will go off, inj last inya will go off, only kru will be our system. That will be with that kru plus pat karoti, like that we will start everything. So, but original what he has is dukring karne. You'll ask what is the meaning of that do and then kru and then why this that is nya, that is chavargasya last letter. By looking at it, bhu, by looking at it, by looking at kru, you can arrive at one important thing. Bhu is a parasmevadi dhatu. It doesn't have that nya at the end. Any dhatu, it gets a nya, that is chavargasya last letter, if it has, it is a two, that is, it is Parasmepadi and Atma, Ubayapadi Dhatu. Kri is always Ubayapadi. It is both Parasmepadi and Atmanepadi. Okay. And there will be Kava, Kutuam we call it, no, Ka is the last letter, Nga is there, like yes and dot, Nga. If it has that in the Upadesham, it is always Atmanepadi. I told you, no, the markers denote something much more that. Now you don't worry, how I will remember? No, no, not at all necessary. Till COVID, none of us know all these things. It is enough. You have to learn a lot of language, how to speak and improve your vocabulary. At that point, don't worry about how this is all arrived at. That is not necessary. But once you reach that level, this is very important because you cannot mug up all the 2000. You have to learn how it is arrived at. So that point we will reach. But just he is, I am telling you, looking at the cringe karane, karane means you know, to do. Karoti means to do. Karane is the meaning. So Maharaj gives every dhatu in its original form with all the other things, that is markers. And each marker tells something about it. This is a Parasmipadi, this is a Atmanepadi, this is a Ubayapadi, and the meaning is Sattaya means I exist. Karane means this is the dhatu used to do, used to tell you what to make. I am doing. Okay, Kumbham Karoti iti Kumbhakaraha. Like that we are arriving at because of this Kri dhatu. Okay, read madam.
तेन सह चत्वारः उपाधयः अपि निर्दिश्यन्ते.
Okay, easily I'll tell you. Along what he told, it gives the dhatu original rupam and artham also he gives. Tena saha, along with that, chatvaraha ubadaya. Ubadaya is other attributes. Ubadi means attributes. Many of you who are attending this Atma Bodham and all, you will be learning lot of Ubadi. Ubadi is nothing but our attributes. So Ubadayaha abhi nirdishyante. Nir upasargam dish dish dhatu dishyante. Dish means drishti, na? It shows. Along with this, it shows other things. For example, number one, Ganaha. There are 10 ganas are there. This indicates what is the ganam it belongs to. So you open the Dhatu Pustakam today in Ashtadhyayi, look at the Dhatu. It will tell what is the original Rupam, what is the Artham, to which Gana it belongs to, Bo Adi Ganam, Johoti Adi Ganam, or whatever the Ganam it will tell you. And then, Father,
तदनुगुणं गणविकरणाः
Ganan,
पदयोग्यता
what type of
पदयोग्यता
Padam?
स्मै
Parasmipadi?
आत्मने
Why the Pada
उभयपद
Yogita is very important. Accordingly, the Pratyaya will different. Patati is different, Vandate, ye hota hai. Atmanepadi, Vandate, it never becomes Ti. But Think Pratyaya, if you look at it, is identical everywhere. But from there we will do work out and bring it. But that part I am not at all going into today. Just remember, Pada Yogyam is three. Atmanepadam, Ubhayapadam and Parasmepadi. Next.
read फणिराज महोदय.
Sir, you read.
Yes, ma'am.
पुनरावर्तनम् कर्म योग्यता कर्मपदस्य सम्भवम् आश्रित्य धातवः त्रिविधाः.
I will explain. Read it. I will explain.
Okay. सकर्मकः तथा अकर्मकः. कर्म सम्भवति बालः फलं खादति.
Here, Balaha Kadati, you know, Bala eats. But you can ask one question, Kam Kadati, Naito Kam Kadati, Naito Kim Kadati. This Dudya Bhakti, Ekavachanam, Didivachanam, Bhagavachanam, if you ask a question, and if there is an answer, yes, he is eating phalam. Here, Kim Kadati, no phalam is Napusalingam. The question will be Kim Kadati. You will say phalam Kadati. So there is an answer. So for these questions, if there is an answer, that means this dhatu can take a karma padam. Understood? So, kadati is a dhatu. One attribute of that dhatu is it can handle, it can take one karma padam. For example, I am telling you, balaha hasati. If I tell hasati, can you ask the question come and kim? Ask. But there will be no answer because you are laughing. You cannot say there is no it cannot take it. So such dhatus are known as akarmaka dhatu. Sa means along with this dhatu is capable of handling one karma padam. Usually one karma padam only will be there. Whereas there is a certain dhatu like hasati. Usually those things which we do for ourselves. Okay. Such the things cannot handle any karma padam. So that is one attribute. Whether a dhatu, first you told you is aupadeshika rupam, then its meaning, then whether it is atmanebade, parasmavade or ubhayavade, then whether it can take akarmaka dhatu or sakarmaka dhatu. There are some dhatus who can take two karmas. We learned dvikarma dhatus. 16 dhatus are there which can handle two karmas. Very rare, only 16 dhatus. For example, dukh dhatu, dogati. So, gopalaha, gam, shiram, dogdi. From the cow, he took milk. That's what we are trying to tell. So, gam, shiram, usually in the place of gam, you would have told what? It's gavehe. Because usually fifth, from it comes fifth with use. But dukh can handle two. So gam, even though otherwise you would have put in fifth or sixth vibhakti, here it comes in second vibhakti itself. Because that particular dhatu, dukh dhatu, vah dhatu, ni dhatu, prach dhatu, 16 only total out of all the 2000. These fellows can take two karma panam. They are known as dvik karmaka dhatu. So one is sakarmaka dhatu, normally one karma padam, Ramaha phalam kadati. Ramaha Vidyalayam Gachati. Like that one you can say. Whereas for these 16 dhatu, Dvikarmam is permitted, it will handle two. There are some dhatu like Hasati. It cannot take any karma padam. So that is one attribute, one upadhi. Upadhi means one attribute. Next. Now you understood sakarmakaha, akarmakaha, dvikarmakaha.
Yeah.
Once you look at some 5 dhatus which you know very well, you take it. And look at and write down. This dhatu, original rupa of this dhatu is this. Its meaning as given by Panini is this. This belongs to this ganam. Bhuvadi ganam, adadi ganam, whatever. And then it can take, it is sakarmakaha, akarmakaha, or dvikarmakaha. Then one more attribute is there. We will see.
It yogyata.
Read. I will tell you later.
Idagama sambhavam ashritya dhatavaha trividaha.
Idamaham. I told you, no. Long back I told you. Because some dhatu, pat dhatu plus tavatu, when you say it becomes patitavan. Whereas da dhatu plus if you take, no, dattavan. Pati, ikaram came. Whereas da dhatu, dattavan it will come. Ikaram, daditavan you cannot write. Because da dhatu cannot take it. It is an anit dhatu. Pat dhatu can take it. So it is paditavan, like that. Okay. So this idamaham is one concept where ikaram will come and sit before you joining the pratyaya. It is not for all dhatus. Those dhatus which are set. Set means sa plus it. That's all. Set dhatus, they can take idamaham. Anit dhatus, they cannot take idamaham. There are some dhatus which we call it. They can take both, like ubhayapadi. They can be with the idamaham, they can be without idam also. There are some dhatus who can behave like that. That is again one upadhi for a dhatu. So all along we were thinking, Ote Babre, how I will remember latlakaram, langlakaram, like that. No, these things also have come. From all this just to enable us, they have given it simplified lakaram. Okay, yeah. Read it, sir, complete it.
Yeah. So set anit wet.
Wait means it can take both. Fully read it. Some example, if you see, you will get an idea.
Like ubhayapadi.
Set, idagam allowed. So pat plus idagam patitavati. Patitavan. Like that, Kridantam, when from Pratyaya, when you added, it will take Edamaham. Anit, it cannot say da, datum. Patitum, you will say. Patu plus E plus tum, patitum. Here, da plus tum only. No E will come because it is anit. There are some fellow who can take both. Kalpa. Something he has given one dhatu, kalp dhatu. Kalpayati we have studied. Kalpayati means comes in with different meaning. Rachayati or telling. So many meanings it can come. Kalpayati. It can take both. Okay, yeah. So, set dhatu, anit dhatu, wait dhatu. If I am right, set is maximum. Wait, no problem. It can take any form, so you are not worried. Anit is hardly 64 dhatus only. And only by practice you will know what is dhatu. Da dhatu, repeatedly you are using, you can say anit dhatu. Something new dhatu, if it comes, you may not know. It is only by practice you will know what is anit dhatu. Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
Sharma, Umasji, just read it.
विकरणप्रत्ययः धातोः तिङ् प्रत्ययस्य च मध्ये द्विविधः लुट् लृट् लुङ् लृङ् लकारेषु लकारविकरणः लट् लोट् लङ् विधिलिङ्ग लकारेषु गणविकरणः.
See, this is very important. First, in the beginning, I told you one book I showed you like this. Then I don't know whether you can see. Here I tell you, this is the ganam, 10 ganas. It has a vikarana pratyaya. Specific vikarana pratyaya will be there. Then akyada pratyaya I was telling. But this is ganam. Then something called a lakaram. When I say ganam, I showed you some vikarana pratyayam. Each ganam has one vikarana pratyayam. So, for example, Bhudhatu, Shap, Divadi Ganam, Shan, Rudadi Ganam, Snam, Churadi Ganam, Nich plus Shap, like that we are having. So, all the 10 Ganam contains all the 2000 dhatu, something 600, something 50, something like that. This Vikarana Pratyaya this is something to do with the Ganam. Now, taking something to do with the Lakaram. 10 Lakarams you have got. This Vikarana Pratyaya, different 10 types are there. These 10 types are applicable only in these 4 lakaras. That is another funny thing. Latte, lote, lang, vidiling. These 4 you already know. Lat lakaram we have studied, lang lakaram we have studied, and then lote and vidhi we have studied. In these 4, as per Gana, this Vikarana Pratyaya will be different. So dhatus will look different. Okay, yeah. Now take the other lakaram, like lit lakaram, future tense. If you take the future tense, it doesn't, that Vikarana Pratyaya has nothing to do with the Ganas. All the 2000 dhatus will have only one Vikarana Pratyaya. It is known as Sya. Okay. So, Patishyati, Karishyati, whichever dhatu. Patishyati, where you take the Churadi Ganam, if you take Chur dhatu, if you Chora Ishyati, only Ish will come. It will never change as per the Ganas. This is a very funny thing. It took me a long time to understand this. So, Latte, Lote, Lang, Vidiling will go as per the Gana Vikaranam. Whereas all the balance 6, they will have one specific for all the dhatu, nothing to do with the gana. They will be identical to all the. So looking at it, lit lakaram is very easy for you. Because lit lakaram has only one vikrana pratyaya. So it will be very easy to arrive at it. Whereas
Ma'am,
if
can
you
you
look
repeat
at it,
that? Lat, what, the 4 lakaras for which this Gana is.
latte, lote, lang, vidhi. It will go as per the gana vikarana.
Okay.
Balance will be one specific thing. It has nothing to do with the Ganam. For all the dhatus, it will be the same. Just remember this. As of today, you will not be capable of applying it because that means so many things will come together. You know patati, patataha, patanti. That only you remember. But these things are happening behind the scene. That's what we are trying to tell you. Then Gana Vikarana will be Binneshu Dhatu Rupani because different Gana, different Rupam will come. Karoti, Patati. It looks very different. Kru dhatu O has come. Patla akaram is there. Patati. So Gana Vikarana will different for each Gana. Whereas for the other 6 lakaras, there is no Gana Vikarana. Only one Vikarana Pratyaya will be there, which is applicable to all the 10 lakaras. Okay. Now think Pratyayam, this is the base. This you have to remember, not from this exam angle. If at all you want to learn Sanskrit, this is the original. So this is what Panini has told, if you want to, from the root, if you want to arrive at a dhatu padam, that is the word which you can use for talking something, you have to apply this ting pratyayam. It starts with the ti, it ends with the ing, mahing. Can you see that yellow letters? So this is nothing but a pratyaharam. Ann means I un, lyric means we studied no Maheshwara Sutrani, Pratyaharam. It is not Pratyaya, it is a Pratyaharam, short forms. First one letter, last one letter, in between whatever is there, you have to understand. So thing is nothing but a Pratyaharam. T it starts, ends with the ing. So tip tas ji, sip tas ta, mip was mas. This is the original one for Parasmepadi. This changes to this tip will become patati. Tas will become patataha. Ji will become patanti. Just click your Ashtadhyayi. Say patati is there, you click it. How tip has become ti, how tas has become ta, it is clearly written. In the side it is very beautiful. The technology has improved so well. What we used to write for 100 pages, it is just comes in the next page. Easily you can click and see it. Just like it, like you play a game, no? Like that, click a dhatu, click the rupa. How the lung came, how the lat came, how the lot came, you can look at it. It will be so funny. And then if you get used to it, you yourself will understand how to go about it. So, sim Atmanepadi Rupa, tha atham jha, thas atham dhvam, it vahi mahing. You may ask, Atmanepadi no vandate, vandete, vandante, how it came from here? Latla only is vandate, vandete, vandante. Whereas lung it comes from a vandata, a vandetam. So how it came? These are all next level we have to study. These are all, no, I told you, no, anga karyam. So that will happen. So now you can look at it. The Parasmapadam Tiptasji, the first row is Ekavachanam, Dvivachanam, Bhagavachanam. Just imagine that 2000, 4000 years back, Panini Maharaj wrote in such a table, and only this 18 only is the basis for all your 2000 dhatus, for all your lakaras. That as you go further, you will appreciate the greatness of this guy, how somebody can do something. You cannot. And he has declared what he is going to do in the Sutra Pada, in the Pratyaya Pada, everything. What are the Adhikara Sutra, and what are the Nishedam. Wherever this will not apply, because in a particular language, they may not use that. So that also he will tell. So everything you can appreciate it. Now this one, sir, can you read?
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm.
Asmat
First,
samanadi.
now we are coming to Padam. Okay? So when you
Ah.
say Padam, we have gone through all the steps which I talked about. So Padam, yes sir, Asmat.
धातुम् आश्रित्य पुरुषः
Hmm.
अस्मत्
So one Padam is or particular Dhatu plus your Pratyayas. Just now is a
प्रत्यय.
Ting Pratyaya. Akyada Pratyaya we have seen. Now when it come to, you are telling no, Purusha, Pratama Purushaha, Madhyama Purushaha, Uttama Purushaha. Are Babare, this Purushaha, how do you arrive at it? So before that he is telling, whenever you are using Asmad Saddam, it is Uttama Purushaha. Aham Mahavam Vayam. So he has decided, whenever you are using Asmad, Asmad and Usmad only will define Madhyama and Uttama. Whenever you are using Yushma Saddam, you, it is always Madhyama Purushaha. And balance is Pratama Purushaha. That's all. So, you have to remember, Madhyama Purusha, when it comes, you have to use Yushmat Sabdam only. So, the Yushmat, Yuvam, Yuyam, and all those, thoroughly you should know, because that is the entire Madhyama Purusha is gone. Uttama Purusha, Aham, Avam, Vayam, that you have to, all the 7, you have to know it. Then whatever is balance is Pratama Purusha. Okay?
And
Can
Vachanam
you
is
read
Sankhyaam
it
Ashritya.
so we can understand. Yes, sir?
No, Vachanam is Sankhyaam Ashritya.
Ama, Vachanam. That is, Vachanam means number. Sankhya means number, no? Eka Vachanam, Dvivachanam, Bhagavachanam. This Dvivachanam only exclusively for Sanskrit. In Tamil or Kannada, I don't know about Kannada. Tamil, I know. Either Ekavachanam or Bhagavachanam only. In English also it is like that.
Mm.
One or many. In
Mm.
between the Dvivachanam, only Sanskrit has got.
Only Sanskrit.
Yeah. So Sankyam Ashrita. When one person is doing, use Ekavachanam. If two people are doing, use Dvivachanam. If more than two is using, use Bhagavachanam. Like that. Over this one? Okay. This is just, anyway, it is there in our, this thing, you look at it. It is very interesting, very nicely. It is from my teacher. One Soumya Krishnapur is there. She is number one in Sanskrit. She has given this. How one dhatu is, taken care by so many sheets are there, and finally how it becomes a padam. She has very nicely put it. At this level, you don't need it. If you can read and understand, you are really great. So, this side of Namapadam, Supratyaya will take care. For Dhatus, there is a Lakara Rupam, then there is a Ting Pratyaya, then how everything is arrived at. She has given a picture way. You just read it from the exam angle, we don't need. Now come to the Lakara. This is very important. I already told you what is a Lakaram. Lakaram denotes either Kala Vachakam or Bhava Vachakam. So now we are going to look at the Lakaram. And it very easily you can remember. See, A, E, V, R, E, O. Like that only it goes. So Lat, La, Il plus A. Lung, ling, lit, E plus. Like that it goes. So I, E, Uru, if you understand the alphabet, in the same order it comes. Now, this lakaram also we have to add pratyaya rules are coming, no? So, lat, lit, lut, rit, late, lot, all ends in takaram. Ta. So, these lakarams are known as tith lakaram. T. This tith, why we put tith, it samya, you will learn later. Okay, it samya means la only will be say, the it will go off. Halantyam we call it. It will go. It is a marker. So tith, if it is there, it's one particular marker. For this, the anga karyam will be different. Then lung, ling, lung, ring. That ing is that the ka last letter. Kakarasya last letter, ing. So it all ends in ing. That ing will go off. It samya means halantyam. Halantyam means other stem, the halanti. It will disappear. Don't worry about it. So ing plus it. So this is known as nit. So tit, one type of Ganga Karyam we have to do. Dit, another type of Ganga Karyam we have to do. But there are total 10. Now looking at it, lat lakaram we all know. What is it is known as? It is present tense. Okay. Then little akaram. This little akaram is nothing but past tense. Okay. This little akaram, then past tense I know lang lakaram. Lang lakaram only we have learned because it is easy to learn. The little akaram is very difficult. I am now learning for my last exam. Very difficult. And this fellow changes like anything. Every dhatu has a special little akaram. But this is the lakaram used in the paroksha bhuta kalam. A kalam where you are not present. For example, Ramayana. In Ramayana, whether we were present? No. So if you want to say Rama went, you cannot say Rama gachati. It is not present tense. Rama agachat. Agachat is present past tense. That is either today morning if I am talking in the afternoon or yesterday or say when I was there. When I was born, after that something happened like that. Whereas Ramayanam, I was not at all there. Paroksham. Aksham means eyes. Paroksham. I cannot see also. I have never seen. So at that time, Rama Gachati, you cannot say. Rama Gachati, you cannot say. You would say Rama Jagama. ये क्या है जगा मैं जगमत को जगत जगदुहु like that we say. That is a single double and plural like that. That is a lakara rupam. It is there. If you are going to read a Ramayana in original form, for which only we are learning the language, If you want to read about our Kalidasa's original Rupam, now what we are learning is not original, we can never understand. But if we want to read it, this little akaram will be there always. So this paroksha bhutakalam, a bhutakalam where you have not seen anything. Maybe you heard and you want to tell something about it. Then lut, lut, I will come back to you. If you look at this lut, this keep it. This lit is very famous. Like what? If I have studied very well, I would have passed the exam. I want to say. If I have studied very well, I would have passed the exam. Whether anything happened there, it's only a fantasy. So this is known as hetu mat bhavam. That is something I think, but what happened? I did not study well, I did not pass. That's the truth. It can be present tense, it can be past, it can be future, but litrakaram has no tense. It is only hetu vakyam. So for such thing, for example, it will past tense and future tense, both together you got. If I have studied past tense, I would have passed future. So for example, pattu dhatu I want to say that. If you know, no, yadi tarhi only you have to. If then, yadi tarhi. Yadi aham apatathukna you have to put patishya. So yadi aham apatishyat tarhi aham uttirnam. So otherwise tarhi aham uttirnam karomi, like that I want to say, let us say. So a plus krit kru dhatu. A karishyat, akarishyat. Apatishyat, akarishyat. Both never happened. Apatishyat is within the past tense, future tense. Akarishyat within the past tense, future tense. This is nothing to do with any kalavachakam. It is only hetumat. If it has happened, if it has rained, I would have got a very good money from my kshetram. It never rained, so it did not get it. So this is a lit lakaram. This late lakaram, only it is written Veda. There is only in Vedas it is there. There is no mention of late. We will never know what is late lakaram. Those people who chant Vedas, they will know this lakaram. Only in Veda Patam it is available. We will never learn it. Lot, you know. What is lot lakaram, you know. That is just telling somebody to do it, to requesting, let it be, let it happen like that. It has nothing to do with the kalam. In the past also, you could, if only it has been done like that, let it happen like that Rama told. Like that you can finish it. No lakara rupam for lot. Then lang lakaram. This is very important. Lang lakaram is already told you lit lakaram, one past tense. Paroksha bhutakalam. Now comes lang lakaram. Lang lakaram is adyadana bhutakalam. Not today's bhutakalam, yesterday, day before yesterday. We have studied only lang lakaram, apatat, vandata. These two are lang lakaram. We have studied. But in the future you will study lit. Then this is for Adyadana. Adya means today. Anadya means not today, previous day. So Anadyadana Bhutakalam lang to Adyadana Bhutakalam now 10 o'clock ho gaya. So I started, let us say 6 o'clock I did something. How do I say that? For that one lakaram is there. That you come here, lut. Okay, yeah. So that it tells today morning, now it is 8 o'clock, today morning 5 p.m. I got up. Then you have to use that. That is abhut. It will budatu, abhut, like that you say. It is not abhavat only lang lakaram. Whereas this lakaram will be abhut, some other different rule. So if it, but generally we are used to lang lakaram all the days. But as you grow further, you cannot use like that. You have to use litlakaram for the paroksha bhutakalam. You have to use langlakaram for the anadyadana bhutakalam. And you have to look to for the adyadana bhutakalam. Like that, as you grow further, you have to learn. So bhutakalam, three verbs, three different ways are available for bhutakalam alone. And then lit lakaram you take. Lit means future tense. Correct. In the case of future tense also, today's future tense, today morning, tonight I am going to go to a hotel. That's a future tense. Adyadana, future tense. Anadyadana, from tomorrow, maybe after 1 week, maybe after 1 month, I am going to America. I am telling you like that. So, another. So, there are two available. Bhavita, Bhavitaro, Bhavitaraha, Tas, like that we will add. You will come to know it. So, there are two rupam for future tense. Writ only you know. Bhavishyati, Karishyati, you know. Apart from that, one more is there. Okay, Bhavita, Bhavitaro, Bhavitara, like that one is there. Don't worry about it. So two is there. So for past tense, there are three different types. Present tense only one type. For future tense, two. So 3 plus 2 plus 1, 6. Ho gaya. Then I told you later we are not at all going to use. Lote, I told you it has no now. Kalavacham, it is only bhav. Let it be done like this, like that. Then comes ling lakaram. Okay, in this ling lakaram, vidhi ling comes. It is only bhava vachanam. You better do it like that. Ashir ling also comes in. Vidhi ling and ashir ling together we call it as ling. Okay, but under ling there are two. Vidhi ling and ashir ling. So you can take it. Then lung we have seen it. Ring also we have seen it. So this much right now you remember. All the 10 you need not mug up. Nobody will ask you. If at all any question comes, there are 10 lakarans. There are 10 ganas. Ganas, how they are different? There is a Vikrana Pratyaya, there is a Akyada Pratyaya. Accordingly, they are different. Lakara Rupam, for present tense only one lat. For future tense, three. Even if you don't remember the name, no problem. Lung we are using, apart from that, another two are there. For future tense, lit we are using, apart from that, one more is there. Like that, and balance, lot, vidilinga, ashirlinga, all are only bhava vachaka, they don't denote the column. This much if you write enough. Okay? It's not. There is one karika, there is one poem here. लट् वर्तमाने लेट् वेदे भूते लुङ् लङ् लिट् तथा विधिलिङ्क् विद्या okay vidhi ashir vidyashir no it is there no this it contains vidhi plus ashir so vidhi ashishostu then linga so vidhi and ashir together they are known as linga lotau lot ritau the two if they come together how will come no ramau so that how comes because of that then ring finally bhavishyati these are all there so just this is a karika so suddenly if you don't remember it is very easy to remember 10 lakaram if you don't remember the poem so that is how they teach us anything just go through it when you have a time from this point exam point this much is more than sufficient and go to the book there are some lakara roopam they have given you can remember that is we will see one by one bhudhatu Swapnaji, can you tell bhudhatu vartamana kalam lat lakaram
भवति भवतः भवन्ति भवसि भवतः भवथ भवामि भवावः भवामः
this visargam comes only in the present tense and the future tense okay this visargam will disappear just to remember whether we have to put a visargam or not you should not get a doubt then lang lakaram sir
Yeah, ma'am. Lang lakar, let me read. Abhavat, abhavatam, abhavan, abhavah, abhavatam, abhavat, abhavam, abhavava, abhavama.
right Uma madam future tense
भविष्यति भविष्यतः भविष्यन्ति भविष्यसि भविष्यथः भविष्यथ भविष्यामि भविष्यावः भविष्यामः
Vidhilinga also you read no
भवेत् भवेतां भवेयुः भवेः भवेतं भवेत भवेयं भवेव भवेम
then agya that is lot
भवतु भवतां भवन्तु भव भवतं भवत भवानि भवावः भवाव भवाम
visargam will not come okay same way for atmanepadi also It is
Ma'am,
given
this
whenever you
lot,
get a time, please go through it. Okay.
ma'am, this lot lakara is also a bit like Vidiling.
Lot vidhi you can use but the way you like it. Usually lot is softer. That is let it be done, yaar. I
Prarthana,
think so. We
prarthana.
all should meet like that when you talk.
Hmm.
We must meet. It has to be done. So generally we go to Vidiling. Or
Okay.
you can use Tavya Taniyar also if you are willing to use the Krizanta Padaru. Okay. So that is how it is. Now we can go to either lesson one, but can we stop at this point today? We can continue because after doing this, going back to lesson will be very different
Yeah.
for me.
Sure, sure, sure.
Shall we stop at this point? Next week
Ah,
we'll directly go to lesson 6,
ah,
7, 8, 9. Okay. Can I
Sir,
yeah.
stop?
when is
Anybody would like to any doubt, anything you want to ask, you can ask me. Or you
sir,
can see the question paper also. I have got a question paper.
when is the
Grammar
exam,
portion
sir?
if you are able. Hmm?
Next
When is the
Sunday is the
exam?
exam, ma'am.
Okay, sir.
All the
All the
best,
very
sir.
best.
Next Sunday is very close.
No,
I
Saturday
told
class
you,
anyway, I'll
even in the
attend.
week, any week you can call me if you have got any doubts, sir. Question paper, I am willing to discuss with you. You call me
Yeah,
any
no,
day, time also I can.
from the book, I have cleared both question papers, ma'am.
Yeah.
And with that confidence, I can pass the exam.
Yeah,
But
easily you can pass. These are all
with
very easy.
I wish I need to pass with better score.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that is the whole effort.
You are putting effort now, that's enough. That's the most important thing. But I write exams because otherwise I will end up reading everything and then nothing stands there. Once you
Correct.
attempt the exam, you have to remember, you have to mug up. That is only way to learn a language, no? So that is the only reason why we have to write exams. Otherwise, it is only, we are learning only for our own sake. Okay? Okay, so at this point I'll stop it. You tell the this one, sir.
Yeah. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hara Hara Om.
Thank you, Ji.
Thank you, ma'am.